I found this very interesting section in the book The Basics of the Cosmic Law, Discover and Practice Your Inner Divinity, and by Svetlana Tukova. And I would like to go through the steps explained in this section. Because it's very important to help the elementals. So at the same time, I can explain how a decree session it's very nice explained here. So when you want to do the science of the spoken word, it is very good to have a certain structure. And in this is a very nice and short example. While a flame for the elemental life, we should always remember that it is the elementals who keep the balance on planet Earth. We should never forget how great are the amounts of human karma with which the precious beings of fire, air, water, and earth have to deal. And therefore we must understand how important it is to constantly invoke violet flame for the transmutation of the burden that salamanders, sylph, undines, and gnomes bear on behalf of mankind. If you want to do a violet flame session to support elemental life, after having done some protection decree, and you may begin with an invocation. And this is an example invocation. An invocation does not have to be something that is already written. You can use an invocation by following your intuition and just take down the words and activate them with your throat chakra. But this example is very nice. In the name of my beloved mighty I am presence and whole Christ self, mighty I am presence and whole Christ self of all mankind, I invoke the vile flame for the liberation of elemental life on planet Earth. Beloved Elohim, Arcturus and Victoria, Archangel Zachiel and Holy Amethyst, Saint Germain and Portia, Omritas and priestess of the violet flame from the violet planet, blaze the violet flame through for the fourth quadrant of our planet. Seal each gnome, undines, sylph, and salamanders in a void of violet transmuting light. Let the violet flame transmute all densities caused by human karma. Let the elementals be healed in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Mother, I decree. Now, this is a very, very powerful invocation because we are, with our free will, calling for divine spirits or masters, angels, to help us. And in this example, we see also that it was called Elohim, Arcturus, and Victoria. So when we call for these divine beings, it amplifies and helps us with the decree we later do. So it is very, very powerful. So it is always very good to address the ascended masters of the certain race that we want to work on in our decree. And when we use violet flame, we always, of course, call on the ascended masters of the violet flame, especially Saint Germain. And here we also invoke the violet flame from the violet planet. So it's very powerful. I will, as explained here, also it is always recommended to do some protection before we do this. So I will just give you some example of a protection degree. And when I do protection degree, we call for Archangel Michael, who is the angel of the blue ray, the archangel of the blue ray. So it is always recommended to use Archangel Michael for protection. And when we do the protection, we always visualize Archangel Michael around us, or his blue color ray protection. So visualization is of course very important when we do this. So we can do first we align ourselves with our I am presence through the heart. Beloved, I am presence bright around me, seeing your tube of light from a sudden massive flame, go for nine, gas and name, the reeking, but the free from all discourse into me. I am called for a while fire to blaze and transfer all aside, keeping on the freedom's name till I am one with all the flame. Beloved, I am presence bright around me, see your tube of light from a sudden massive flame, go for nine, gas and name, the reeking, but the free from all discourse into me. I am called for a while fire to blaze and transfer all aside, keeping on the freedom's name till I am one with all the flame. Beloved, I am present bright around me, see your tube of light from a sudden massive flame, go for nine, gas and name, the reeking, but the free from all discourse into me. I am called for a while fire to blaze and transfer all aside, keeping on the freedom's name till I am one with all the flame. Now we always do the degrees in 3s or 6 or 9. So it is a very nice mathematical formula. This tube of light, it's not Archangel Michael, but it is the tube of light protection. So it's a protection, very good protection. And as you mentioned, as you saw, I started calmly the first time, and then I accelerated, because when we accelerate our decree, we raise the vibration. So when we raise our vibration, it is more effectively, and the masters that we are working with can more effectively help us with the session. So if for advanced decreers, you can't even hear the words because they are talking so loud. They are so fast. It's like humming very fast. But if you record them and play the track in slow motion, you will hear every word they say. So it's not just humming, they actually say the words. So when people who is that advanced, I can't go that advanced, but I can come pretty far. But I have to concentrate very much to do that. But it is highly effective. But of course, you can also do the slow ones, and for beginners, you can feel the violet flame, and even just listen to the violet flame, and you will feel the energy. So then I go to the Michael Durkee. I am present, Star Master. I am present, clear away. Let thy light and all thy power take position. Here is our charge, victory, mastery, blaze, lightning, blaze, as absence into this thy form, descend, that perfection and his glory shall be first and nurse. I am present, Lord Master. I am present, clear away. Let thy light and all thy power take position. Here is our charge, victory, mastery, blaze, lightning, blaze, as absence into this thy form, descend, that perfection and his glory shall be first and nurse. I am present, so master, I am present, clear, let the light of the power, take vision, shower, child, reach, master, place, lot, and places of the form, the send, that perfection, and discover, shall perfection, the send. This is very common and very effectively archimechanical degree. And if you want to, you can just do this for a whole hour if you want to, or just listen to it from God. It is up to you, but you should always use visualization when you do this. Very important. So after the preamble, we may invoke the wild flame for the elementals of each quadrant, giving affirmation decrees and the wild flame mantra. Now, it says quadrant. That is too difficult to explain because it has to do with the cosmic clock, and you should read the book about this. It's very good readings. Very interesting reading. Like kind of astrology, but more advanced information about how things work and doing them more effectively. When decreeing for gnomes, visualize the violet flame saturating the soil, penetrating the mountains and going deep into the crust of the earth. See gnomes working in the mountain caves or on the surface of the earth, each surrounded and filled with violet transmuting light. Keep this visualization as you give the mantra. Now we can do this 1 time, 3 times, or 9 times, or as many times you want. When I do decrease a lot of times, I have the difficulty to track the decrease and to count them because I'm too concentrated with visualization. And the feeling to be in the light. So many people have this technique with their hands. So when they say the decree 1, they have the thumb on the finger, and then 1 more time, then 3rd time. 1, 2, 3. And then the other hand, you know, they have this. You know that they have that 3 times, and then you do it 1 time, 3 more time. 1, 2, 3. Then you have this one in the middle, and 1, 2, 3. Then you have so now you know you have done it 9 times. So then you can keep on. Keep this on through the whole finger. So 3, 6, 9, and 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. So you can. There's just a technique that a keeper of the flame learned. It taught me once. I don't use this, but it is. When I do this, I can't concentrate. I just get chaos in the fingers, and I lose count anyway. So when I do it, I just do it on the roll, and when I feel it's okay, I can stop. So we concentrate, we go into our heart, feel the light coming from I am present. We feel the violet flame in our aura, in our chakras, and we do the decree. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. God, gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Gnomes are a being of violet fire. Gnomes are the purity God desires. Your visualization for undines is the oceans, seas, lakes, big rivers, and small streams of the planet saturated with violet flame, with undines working cautiously on the deep of the waters, taking care of the water element. Your mantra for undine is: Undines are a being of violet fire. Undines are the purity God desires. Undines are a being of violet fire. Undines are the purity God desires. Undines are a being of violet fire. Undines are the purity God desires. Undines are a being of violet fire. Undines are the purity God desires. And then you keep on. Um, you don't have to accelerate every time. You can just say keep it on the same level. And then start being a violet fire, and then start beauty God desires, and then being a violet fire, and then start beauty God desires, and then being a violet fire, and then start beauty God desires, and then start being a violet fire, and then start beauty God desires, and then start being a violet fire, and then start beauty God desires. Oh, it's very good. You feel energy in your heart when you do this. If you don't feel anything, you have to uh, concentrate and be more in your body. Feel your heart while you do this. To send wild flame to Sylph, imagine that the entire atmosphere of our planet has become violet. See the house of violets, purple and pink in the air, and see translucent figures of Sylph backing in the violet transmuting light as you affirm. Sylph are a being of violet fire. Sylph are the purity God desires. Sylph are a being of violet fire. Sylph are the purity God desires. Sylph are a being of violet fire. Sylph are the purity God desires. Sylph are a being of violet fire. Sylph are the purity God desires. The fiery salamanders work both in the fiery core of the earth and in the nucleus of every atom. They are in the sunlight, caressing our skin, and in the fire burning within the atomic reactors. Although they are being of fire, they still need the transmuting action of the violet fire of the seventh ray. And it goes like this. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. Salamanders are a being of violet fire. Salamanders are the purity God desires. In addition to the violet flame mantra, you may use any of the violet flame decrees, especially the ones dedicated to the elemental life. To seal your decree session, you may make a closing invocation. There's a lot of closing information. There is more than this one. So this is a very nice. In the name I am that I am, in the name of the Christ, I call for the sealing of the flame invoked during this decree session. I let every elemental being be sealed within a void of violet transmuting flame. Beloved Archangel Michael, protect the light from any misuse in each of the 4 quadrants of being. In the name of the light of God that never fails, it is done, it is finished, it is sealed. Amen. The most common and fast closing is I don't remember it by heart right now because I just it goes like an in full faith I can accept is manifest, 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 and in full faith I can accept is manifest, 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 and in full faith I can accept is manifest, 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 right here now, right now, and now I don't remember everything. Manifest, manifest, right here and now, eternally sustained, all powerfully active, ever expanding, world unfolding until all is wholly asunder in the light and free. Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am. There is something like that because it's always good to close the decree with even if you are just in a hurry or if you um, sit waiting or something and you do your decrees inside your head or you sit in the nature and don't remember any good closing invocation, you can uh, use this short one, or you can use your intuition and just say some words to close the decree session. Like, for example, I call for the Sender Master of the Great White Brotherhood to take the energy I have released here by the power of the spoken word to every humans or elementals that needs healing. Let it be done according to the will of God. Amen. That's just a short one, just to close it up. So this is just an example, and there is many much information about how to do the violet flame, and I can take, for example, this book. This is also a very good book. It is a very concentrated form, mostly for advanced users. It's a lot of information about prayer meditation and dynamic degrees. It is a very good book, for it also explains a lot, and it can be bought on the Summit Lighthouse website store. So it is very good explanation also. I would recommend more to read the basic of the cosmic law, because it gives a more in-depth explanation on a lot of topics. So if you are new to the teachings of the Ascend Masters, this is definitely the best starting point. So the book, The Basics of the Cosmic Law, it is by Svetlana Tukova. It is a very, very good book with lots of illustrations. So it has it is very good, easy to understand the explanation. So when you have the knowledge, you get the knowledge, you understand the knowledge, and then you can more deeply and more effectively apply the teachings, and you will accelerate a lot faster on the path to ascension. So that is it for now. Go to Amazon.com and check out the book. The first 9 chapters for free, so highly recommended. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.